Hey there, singers. I'm going to give you the one thing that you're probably not doing that will improve your voice almost more than anything else, and it does not involve any singing. So I'm going to tell you that in just a second. My name is Mike Goodrich. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm the creator of the Inner Singer podcast, and I wrote the book Fearless Singing, which you can get for free. Link in the description. I'll tell you more about that later. But let's get to the one thing that I bet you're not doing that is probably the most important thing you can do, and everybody misses it. Here we go. Stay with me on this because it is beyond important. And it is called mental rehearsal. And you don't even have to physically sing to do it. Now, we used to just think, by we, those of us who do it, used to just feel that this worked, right? Because we had proof that it did work. Now there's science behind it. So I particularly love that. I love the fact that there's science behind it. I didn't necessarily need there to be science behind it, but I think it's pretty cool. There is tons and tons of research now that they've done with musicians, basketball players, sports people, anybody who actually does any activity and wants to improve. They have scientifically proven that mental rehearsal and imagining with emotion that thing that you are doing, imagining yourself doing it, actually activates the same parts of the brain that are activated when you're physically doing the activity. So I'm not going to go into all the experiments, but there are many. So if you are not adding this to your bag of tricks to reach your vocal potential, then you're really missing the boat here. Because in your imagination, you always sound great, right? It always feels great. So you can sit and mentally rehearse the activity of singing a song, vocalizing, giving a performance, anything that you have to do. Imagine this. Imagine that you sing a song one time and it goes fairly well, right? And you think, okay, now I've got to do this 10 times and my attention is going to be on getting better every time. And so you physically do it 10 times, and that takes a while, right? Do you know that if you mentally rehearse the song with emotion and you feel as if it's just the most amazing thing ever, and you really feel how you would feel if you were singing better than ever, and then after the song, you feel how you would feel if that was the best you'd ever sung, and everything went exactly like you wanted. It felt great. It sounded great. People loved it. And you can feel this in your body, and your emotions are activated, right? Your brain does not know that that did not really happen in the physical world. It actually thinks it happened. So you can do that 10 times, or you can do that for 5 minutes, and that will absolutely expedite your vocal progress. When you do it in conjunction with physical practicing, so that you add physical practicing and the imagination, the mental rehearsal of that, the synergy of those two will put you head and shoulders above somebody who's just doing one of them. Now, yes, they've done tests where, with basketball players from the free throw line, right? They have a control group, another group, and then another group. And the one group physically practices for an hour, popping free throws, right? The control group does nothing for a week or a month or however long it was, right? The mental rehearsal group mentally rehearses for an hour a day, seeing the ball go through the hoop, seeing the ball go, right? So when they tested all the groups at the end of that particular experiment, which is the only one I'll tell you about, but there are many, when they did the test, right? The ones that physically practiced for 1 hour out on the court with the physical ball only beat the mental rehearsal people by 1 percentage point. I think it was like 23%, 24% improved, and the mental rehearsal people were 23% improved, And of course, the control group had they didn't change at all, right? Because they did nothing. They did other tests where then they put them both together and they mentally rehearse and they do the physical practice, and that beats everything. So if you're a singer, and I assume you are, why would you be wasting your time with this video, right? If you are not doing this, you are costing yourself time, and you're not reaching your potential as fast as you could. So that's all I'm going to say in this video, but it's very, very important. There's two ways that you can mentally rehearse. Well, there are probably many, but the two most common are, let's just say you're mentally rehearsing for something specific, like you have a performance or an audition, right? And let's just say that you've been to the venue. Actually, let's say you haven't been to the venue. Let's make it more realistic. You've never been to the venue, right? But you've stood up in front of people, you've sung, right? So the two ways to do it are this. You can either close your eyes and feel it and look out through your mind's eye and imagine seeing what you would be seeing. You're seeing the lights, if it's a performance. You're seeing the people looking. You're seeing them react. You're seeing them love it. And you're singing and you're feeling the feelings of singing just unbelievably well, right? Then you feel the reaction at the end. Performance, audition, doesn't matter. The other way to do it is you're in the audience and you're watching yourself on stage. So now you're looking at yourself and you're just watching this person be amazing, right? So you can either look out through your mind's eye, whichever is the most comfortable, or you can watch yourself like you're watching yourself on TV or a movie or whatever, okay? But try that. You do not have to see in living color. The most important thing about this is the emotion and the feeling that you generate, and you attach that to the visualization, whether or not you really see it in your mind's eye. I'll give you an idea. If you have a kitchen, which I assume you have, and right now, imagine walking to the refrigerator and opening it up and getting some food out and then closing the door. Just imagine that, unless you're driving. But if you're not, close your eyes and just imagine walking to the refrigerator, putting your hand on it, pulling it open, feeling the coolness, reaching in, grabbing a drink or whatever, orange juice, whatever you drink, close the door and walk over and set it on the counter. And just imagine that. How well do you see that? You probably see that in your mind's eye because you know your kitchen, you know your counter, you know what it feels like to open the refrigerator, you know the cool air coming out. That's all you need right there. If you're anything like me, you did not see that in living color. That did not look like you were watching a movie, but you got the general feeling of it. You can feel it, right? So when you're in the mental rehearsal for singing, feel it, imagine it, let it bubble up in you. It's just the greatest thing in the world. Be grateful for how amazing it feels and how incredible you sound and how much everybody loves it. And if you add this to your daily routine, I promise you, you are going to feel the results, and you're also going to begin to feel yourself approach singing with a more optimistic, positive energy, as if you expect it to go well, because you're seeing it every single day go well. You're feeling it go well. You're hearing it in your head go well, right? So do yourself a favor and add this to your bag of tricks, and I promise you're going to love it. I told you I would tell you about my Fearless Singing book, absolutely free. It talks about mindset, talks about mental rehearsal, talks about technique, talks about performance, and how the synergy of those three things really, really, really create the magic of what is my method. And that's how I help people every single day and have for years and years and years and years. So this book also comes with a free video bonus on my THF system. Thin it out, hook it up, and fill it in, which is going to help you smooth out any break you have and develop high notes that you cannot believe. And that's really just not hype. It's how I develop my high notes. And it's really cool. And it's free. So grab that. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like it. Really helps out the channel. And I will see you next time. Any video that's recommended, watch it. I made it. You'll probably enjoy it. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.